When you're cramming for a massive exam at, like, 2 in the morning, your brain can start to feel a lot like a haunted house.
Yeah, you hear a creak in the floorboards, and suddenly you're convinced there's a monster in the closet.
Right. Except the monsters are really just, your own thoughts.
Exactly. It's this phenomenon that really plagues students. Just these unexamined, totally distorted thoughts making everything seem terrifying.
So that's our focus for you today on this deep dive. We're exploring how these mental traps secretly sabotage your studies.
And crucially, how practicing active mindfulness can actually help you reclaim your focus.
Right, because to clear out a haunted house, you can't just hide under the covers. You have to, like, turn on the lights and actually see what's there.
And when we turn on those lights, we find cognitive distortions. The sources we're diving into map out 10 specific thinking errors that act, well, almost like mental viruses during your studies.
10 is a lot to tackle at once, though.
Yeah, we definitely don't have to hit all 10 today, but a few of them constantly derail students. Take catastrophic thinking, for example. Oh, right.
That's the voice predicting the absolute worst-case scenario. It tells you that failing one midterm is going to, completely ruin your entire academic career.
Oh, man. Yeah. Or there's mind reading, which I think we've all done.
Oh, for sure.
That's when you assume your professor thinks you're just totally incompetent because you ask for clarification on a syllabus. Like, you see them pause and your brain instantly decides, yep, they despise me.
Right, or overgeneralization. You get a single poor grade on a quiz and your brain just slaps this permanent label on you.
Like, I am terrible at math, I should just give up.
Exactly. One isolated event suddenly becomes your entire identity.
Wait, hold on, though. Let me challenge one of the other errors
Yeah.
mentioned in this framework, which is emotional reasoning.
Okay, go for it.
So if I sit down for a test and I feel completely overwhelmed and anxious, I mean, doesn't that factual anxiety prove I haven't studied enough? Like, my body is telling me I'm unprepared.
Well, see, that's the trap right there. We assume our feelings are facts, but they're really just signals.
Just signals. Yeah. Think of it this way. Just because your heart is racing, doesn't mean a bear is actually chasing you. Your brain is reacting to the physical feeling of panic.
Not the actual facts of the situation.
Right. Feeling unprepared doesn't erase the objective reality of, the 20 hours you just spent studying in the library.
So when you let the emotion dictate reality, you're basically ignoring all the concrete evidence of your hard work.
Precisely. You're letting a feeling overwrite a fact.
Okay, so if these thinking errors, like catastrophic thinking and emotional reasoning, if they're just bad habits rather than facts, how do we fix them? Unlearning them has to require more than just telling yourself to calm down,
Oh, absolutely. It requires active mind training.
which means mindfulness.
It does, but not the passive, empty your mind version that people usually imagine.
Right, not just sitting cross-legged chanting on a mountain.
Exactly. We're talking about leveraging neuroplasticity here.
The brain's physical ability to rewire its own circuitry based on experience, right?
Yes. When you panic, you're basically traveling down a really well-worn neural pathway. But by pausing to simply observe a thought, instead of immediately reacting to it, you actively starve that old pathway of panic.
Wow, that's fascinating.
And over time, that connection weakens, and you strengthen new pathways of logic and resilience.
It's essentially like running an antivirus program in the background of your mind.
I love that analogy, yeah.
Right, like when an unhelpful thought pops up, maybe a sudden wave of perfectionism telling you anything less than an A is a total failure, the antivirus doesn't, start a war with the virus.
Right, it just flags it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You observe the code, you ask yourself if this thought is actually useful, and then you just let it go before it infects your whole system.
There is actually a brilliant proverb in our sources that captures this exact dynamic. It goes, you can't stop the birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest in your mind.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah, you can't stop the initial anxious thought from appearing. You just, don't invite it in to build a nest of anxiety.
That is so true. You really don't need unexamined thoughts making academic life harder than it already is.
Acknowledging that these distortions exist is really the first step to responding with wisdom instead of just reacting on autopilot.
And once you stop fighting ghosts, you preserve so much more stamina for the actual learning.
You're basically reclaiming mental energy that was being totally drained by false alarms.
So to leave you with a thought for this deep dive, if these cognitive ghosts are entirely self-created habits, what hidden academic potential could you unlock right now if you simply decided to stop believing everything you think?
That's a great question to leave on.
The next time you hear a floorboard creak in the haunted house of your mind, Remember, it's probably just the wind.